I've been learning a lot of lessons. I love Mercury retrograde. It's a chance to slow down and review things, right? And there's a voice in the back of my mind that's like, Emily, you should have been writing more during this Mercury retrograde. You've just been kind of ruminating in thoughts. But also, I've been organizing, right? There's still stuff to do. But I've got a little bit of time left before we hit the ground running. I want to make a couple points here. One, 1010 would recommend reading my sister's book, We Are Animals. I do have a few copies that are signed at the sanctuary, so if you'd like one, right, you can buy one from me. I bought them from her, so don't worry, she's already been paid. And any extra costs, any upcharge, right, that I get for selling it for more than what I paid for goes towards feeding the animals at the sanctuary and keeping a roof over their heads. So I'm just saying that, full disclaimers, all that jazz. But when she was promoting We Are Animals, she made a few comments that essentially said it didn't come out when she originally thought, hoped, expected that it would, right? Things were delayed for whatever reason. And I know how frustrating that can be. My sister, by the way, is a generator, so frustration is her not self. I feel like I've been in a similar position. I am not a generator. I am a projector. So my not self is bitterness. But what's fascinating about my chart is if you look at purely my personality, I'm a reflector, a mirror, right? I get to try on different hats. I get to feel different energies. So I understand what frustration feels like. Because I've been moving through that. There are various projects that I've had ideas and concepts for years. But I haven't been able to get things up and running on my own because it requires a big movement, right? There's a lot of moving parts here. And what's fascinating about this to me is, on one hand, I look back at the 2.5 years since I last had a steady job working for corporate America. And there are times when I look at my business and what I've been building and I'm like, damn, Emily, you're a fucking failure. Like, I don't have gate gene key 32 in my personal chart, but it connects to my 54. So whenever I connect to people with 32, like, interesting things happen. Energetic exchanges, I feel failure if I don't meet their expectations. That creates a channel which puts external pressure on me. Fascinating. I am a 4/6 self-projected projector. I get my authority from the 731 channel. I personally think it's so important for everybody to go through the deconditioning process and work with human design. But particularly for self-projected projectors, right? Speaking from experience. We are moving into a time when our authority, our leadership is going to be recognized and invited in. You need to do the work to decondition yourself and understand who you are, to embody your design. Get rid of the masks, get rid of the roles that you've played. Become who you were made to be, who you're designed to be. My voice, that 731 channel, is not going to be as powerful, or would not be as powerful, if I hadn't gone through the process of alchemizing my pain, my wounding, if I hadn't gone through the process of deconditioning myself. And that's going to be an ongoing process that happens throughout my life, because different level, different devil, right? There are layers, there are levels, you're going to come across mirrors throughout your life, and you're going to need to break through them. New moon on Wednesday. Apply for mentorship by Wednesday. That gives you 2 days. I know it's not very fair for the reflectors in the group. I'm sorry. For you guys, like, I'll make an exception. 28 days for you, right? Like, that's your authority. You need to take the time. And granted, part of me is like, but what about the people with emotional waves, right? We'll see what I think. Anyway, apply by Wednesday, okay? For the Edge. It's a 28-day mentorship. You get me in your back pocket, voice note and text, as well as 120 minutes worth of one-to-one calls. That can be FaceTime, that can be just vocal. It can also be in person. I might need help covering sitters, until which point I have trusted volunteers that are trained and ready to go. But anyway, I digress. Tying it back into the beginning of this story. My sister was frustrated because her book was delayed. I've been frustrated because I've had projects be delayed. There's a voice in the back of my mind that's like, sweetheart, you were the one who put the building blocks in front of you. Knock it down. Or you're in a glass box. There are cracks. Give it one solid punch, and it breaks.